Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy, whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I would like to jump right into the stones to see what's going on out here in the cosmos. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team, and it's landing itself in the waters, which is suggesting to me that something is brewing, something is boiling. And the fact that there are two keystones right next to it, your path to clarity and your wedame, signifying the wild side of you or the liberated side of you, is right next to it. This suggests to me that you may be becoming clear about what you're meant to be and who you're meant to become. No matter where you are in life, no matter what position you're in, you're starting to see very clearly yourself on a larger scale, on a higher level. And this may come to you in your subconscious. This may appear to you in very radical forms by the way the stones are falling, because the doll that represents you is showing face up. Meaning that you're a deer caught in headlights about the situation or about the reality of your situation. And the way the stones are circulating above your head is almost like the animation illustration, like in a comic book or something, when they have this cloud above someone's head to let you know what they're thinking. But instead, the thing that's above your head is the circulating consciousness surrounding your path to clarity and the wild side of you. And it's not a thought. It may be hitting your subconscious in dreams, disturbing your sleep pattern, something mental about it. But the consciousness is very real. It will show up to your reality sooner rather than later. It wouldn't be in the proximity of your conscious or your subconscious mind if it wasn't close enough to you to do it. Yeah, but this isn't about a thought. This is about the current thread of consciousness, the energies that are moving around you. Yeah, and it's in a circular motion. This is striking to me because this lets me know that there are many messages in this. And the first was about you becoming clear, surrounding the liberated part of you. But what I'm also downloading in this energy circulating around you suggests to me that there is something in your world that may feel out of sorts in order to usher in a clear vision for you surrounding the dreams that you have, surrounding the thoughts that you may have had since you were a child. But something about this energy that is ruminating or circulating around your mind seems very familiar. This is a familiar energy that may have been lost in translation as you continue down your life. But as it circulates around your energy, it lets me know it's about timing. The energies had to come to a certain point, or you had to be elevated to a certain position for this energy to be drawn towards you, and it's here. Ruminating, circulating around you like a cloud above your head. That's another message that I'm seeing here, but I'm also getting a third message. What I'm downloading here is that there is something orbiting around your energy that you could not let go of. This constant dream, this constant vision surrounding you being liberated, you being free is coming to reality for you. It's almost like a breakthrough, and it's starting to become crystal clear in your mind, but it has yet to show up in your reality. Yeah, but it's almost here. It's circulating or orbiting around you, enough for you to get a whiff of what's in store for you. And it's very large. But continuing on this circulation of energy, on one end is your path to clarity in your liberated side, and on the other end of this circle is your other worldly stone next to your obstacle. This is very interesting. It's almost as if there's something in your world that is bringing you closer to the other world, to the other side. Yeah, because it may have been a dream off in the other world for you, but as it descends closer, like the rainfall of a heavy cloud coming down to this paradigm, the dam is built. The overcast is radiating over you, letting you know the rain is coming, but it's dark. It hasn't quite hit you yet. The rain hasn't came down just yet. What is this? I'm not particularly sure why this obstacle is here, but it's very striking to me. But I'm also getting a second message surrounding this otherworldly energy and this obstacle. What I'm downloading is that you may have been a particular type of person that dwelled in the other world, and remnants of this energy has always orbited you, reminding you that you're not just a human. There is something a little bit more eclectic about you, but there is something always holding you or preventing you from letting it out, from letting yourself be free to express this part of you. But no matter what, this otherworldly or this spiritual energy kept orbiting, kept circulating around you in your mind, in your world, causing you to feel a bit confused at times. But on the other end, you saw it present obstacles for you. Not being able to articulate it, not being able to express it out to the paradigm that you live in, the magnitude of what you felt, the large world of spirit that you were very familiar with. The unfamiliar is becoming very familiar, is what I'm sensing here. Very interesting downloads that I'm getting in this circulating cosmic thread of energy here that is making you feel all out of sorts at this time in your mind. But what I will do, because these threads of consciousness, even though it's circulating, they're branching off. They're branching off from your obstacle, and the other end is branching off from your ancestral or spirit guide stone. There are two messages that are expanding itself. They're communicating larger messages. But I would like to dive into both of these sides to see what else is going on in the larger narrative here in the cosmos surrounding what else the spirit guides have to say and what the obstacle is presenting here. And first, I would like to start with the spirit guide stone. And continuing down this thread of consciousness that are moving past this circulating energy is presenting your Beru stone. And it's landing on your bell and your transformation or transitional stone. Yeah, this is very interesting to me because they're saying that you're on the right path. No matter how confused you may feel in your world, no matter how fogged up your conscience may be surrounding the heavy energies that are circulating around you, good and or bad, you're still protected. You're still protected even in the midst of your transition, because something is spawning, something is brewing, a breakthrough is happening, and you're protected. And you know this. Even though you know it, it doesn't soothe the mind of surrounding energy because you can feel it. But as you matriculate through these energies and the breakthrough will come, that's when you'll feel that protection. It's like you're waiting for it. I can feel a pause. I can feel you waiting for a breakthrough to happen because it's in proximity of the circulating energy. You can feel it, and it's here because I can see it. The breakthrough for you is coming, breaking you out of this circulating energy and into something new and into something more forthcoming for you. A cowrie show showing belly up, showing belly down, belly down. This is the energy that is coming off of your transition. And what I'm sensing here is that I need to illustrate this. Everything is connected back to the core. There is a stream or like a railroad track or a pathway that connects you back to the earth. It doesn't matter if you're in the water. There is a trail of energy that will connect you back to the earth. If you're in the nature, experiencing a wealth of change, there is a pathway that will still connect you back to the earth, and so forth and so on in terms of the elements. But as I'm in the water, your doll that represents you is on this pathway going back to the earth. And the transition is right at the edge of this pathway. It's like it's not necessarily on the same trajectory, but because the conscious energies are moving in this direction, because the cowrie show lets me know the direction is going and it's headed towards this path that you're on. It's about timing though. It's like you can feel it coming. You can feel this anxiety rise up in you because on one end, you're still feeling the heaviness or the intensity of the wave that you're connected to. However, the wave's telling me that they tell you that it's on its way. The clock will strike 12. And once it do, the sophistication will burst through the wave of water like a tsunami. And you will know exactly how to tap in. You will know to put on the proper shoes and you will set sail. Because your sophistication will kick in and you're waiting for it. It's about energetic timing. You can't speed up the process. The best you can do is soothe yourself through this message and know that it will come. That release, the release of this pressure that you're feeling will come, and your sophistication, the knowledge of your being will tap you in to something a lot more sophisticated, giving you that breath of fresh air. Very interesting message. But what I will do, I would like to pull on the sophistication stone to see what your energy will tap into once this energy fold over, once this breakthrough bursts through the consciousness for you. It is happening only 3 shells away. I don't know what that means in a time-space continuum, but it's here, it's coming. What is the sophistication stone about for the collective? And in terms of the sophistication stone, the cards that came out were Ascension, Parallel Universe, Smooth, Solace Within, Cutting an Other World. And what I'm downloading here in terms of the sophistication stone. Once this pressure is released, it has everything to do with this energy propelling you up to a place of honor, to a place where your energy is felt on this core level, on this bone level. But this water is making you rise in a very natural fashion, in the natural order of things. Slow, steady, smooth, keeping your energy in alignment with the very things that hold you down, meaning the dreams that you have, the energies that you feel. They don't want to warp you out. This energy is very sophisticated. It is tapped into all of these elements and intricate energies that are moving throughout the cosmos. This is a sophisticated stone that transcends time and space, and it knows how to ascend you in the proper place, in the proper order, in the proper timing. And because of this parallel universe, or this energy that you're feeling that's running parallel to the paradigm that you live in, they're wanting you to have a smooth transition. This sophisticated stone is wanting a smooth transition for you, in order for you to create this solace within yourself to prepare you for what's to come, taking you within on a very ancient level. But what you will find is that going within is creating another world within the other world as the energies are moving. What I'm sensing, or what I'm seeing here, is that there's something powerful going on, something scientific. But what I'm downloading is that it's almost akin to an artist going into a studio and releasing these energies that are they're feeling into a song, into the instruments that they're playing. And the next thing you know, once it released, once that breakthrough is happened, the world hears something like Thriller, something from the Beatles, something monumental that they have never heard before. It's like you're cutting out the outside noise to produce something so ancient, so sophisticated that your energy is hoarding within. But once the clock strikes, or once this energy turns over, it's almost like you're releasing a single, and the world will feel it on a macro level. It will take over the world by storm. That's what I'm sensing here. Something very monumental is brewing up for you. That's why the sophistication stone is here, and the world will feel the creativity of your energy by way of your authentic frequency. So the recommendation that I would give anyone listening, and the message that's resonating with you by the sound of my voice, is use this energy to go within to create something that you feel. And it doesn't matter about numbers, it's about the quality that your energy will touch from this wave of energy that you're producing on. And it matters about you cutting out energy, cutting out outside noise. You will already do this because that alone soothes your energy. But the production, by you doing this, has everything to do with you cultivating your own ascension process, doing things that uplift you, doing things in this very space that rise you up, a world within another world, creating magic, period. That is a very interesting download, you guys. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's Healing Circle. cycle. And if you stayed thus far in the first download or the card pulling of this read, please be sure to like, to share, to subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I would like to dive into the other side of the circulating energy, which is the otherworldly energy stone that is connected to your obstacle. What is this obstacle and otherworldly energy stone about for the collective? And in terms of this otherworldly energy stone that's next to your obstacle, the cards that came out were Healing of the Soul, Outer Worldly Experience, Absorbing, Acceptance, Get Things Done, and Respect. And what I'm downloading here is that there's something deeply transformative that's happening to your energy right now. Though it may appear for some of you very chaotic, very outside of yourself, there is something deeply happening to your soul. What I'm sensing is like you're expanding outside of yourself so that you can connect to this outer worldly energy that is connected to your inner frequency. I know this is very abstract, but it's like you're absorbing this spiritual side on a deeper level. It's like you can feel it, and you can feel all these intense energies, but they're very different from the world that you live in. And because there is a difference in the dimensional changes and the frequencies from one dimension to the next, there's something healing to your soul at the fact that you can connect with it. And there's a part of your energy that you're learning to accept in the midst of all of this. Accept that you probably cannot communicate with people who have not experienced this same transformation or this same experience. I'm sensing a communication or a language barrier. You may not be able to talk to people right now, is what I'm seeing here. You can't or do not have the capacity to deal with drama or low density energies. But you have the space for other energies who can hear you on a soul level. And what you're coming to find, even in your obstacle, is that there are other people who are experiencing or have experienced this very same thing. And it's starting to show up in your world. That's why it's a part of this circulating energy. Before, you may not have experienced anyone on the first cycle. But as you ascend, as you matriculate yourself, as the cycle continues, you started to realize or are starting to see people come close to you who are vibrating on this very same wavelength, being able to translate to you the very thing that you are experiencing, but they're putting words to it. How did they do that? It was left in your thought as the very same illustration that I saw before. A cloud of thoughts. But in the paradigm that you live in, or as this energy descends down towards you, the world is revealing to you. The energies are saying that there are people who are mastering this energy to the point where they can articulate it. And through this process, you are able to get things done by way of communication. Though it was a language barrier, that's what this obstacle is. A barrier in language by way of an otherworldly experience. Articulating what's going on in the spirit world. Putting words to the intangible. And you are leaning towards the side of respect. You are learning that you're having a deep and profound respect for those who are able to connect with you on this level. Not only that, you're learning to respect yourself, even in the process of you not being able to have the words to articulate it, not weighing down on yourself, not feeling this inadequacy about your energy, though it is heavy. Now the words are starting to show up in your world, revealing to you you were never lost. All you were doing was healing your soul in this process. And as you heal, and the more you heal, the words start to reveal themselves of the very same experience, and it's showing up to you, revealing itself to you, and now you're able to get things done. Very interesting when I'm downloading. But as you get the words, as you connect with the right energies, the right messages, the right people, the right videos, it's almost like the energies start to gravitate towards you in the very paradigm that you live in, because you know how to move now. You know how to move further along with your journey, because you have a better understanding of the energies around you, giving you a sense of spiritual direction. And it's almost like your energy is starting to be conceptualized. Like you're able to be perceived in a certain way now that you can perceive yourself with the words that are coming into your world, connecting you to the healing journey that you have sought all this time. And people are realizing through the mantra, through the verbiage of the experiences that you're connected with, is starting to materialize. Your world of your spiritual experience is starting to form. It's starting to take shape. It's all starting to make sense for you now. And your visibility will be seen more and more by the day, by the second. And you know this because the bell is showing up here. This means that it is true in the reality that you're in by the second. Period. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. And if you stayed this far in this very complex thread of consciousness, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And what I would like to do, while I still have a little bit of energy, I would like to pull some cards to see what other messages the higher energy has in store for us tonight. What other messages the higher energy has in store for the collective? And in terms of the higher messages, the cards that came out were a blank card, Wield Your Power, DNA, Guidance, Underworld, and Condensation. And what I'm downloading here is that there's something in your energy that lives in the void. I'm not sure what I'm getting here, but there is a void or a space that you have created within yourself, within your home. It's like you go there when the noise get too loud, when the waves of the water get too high, when the intensity of the flames get too high, you draw yourself into the void. Like this force field. In order to wield your power, you always have an answer. You have a cheat code that you have developed within your energy, within your DNA as guidance to seep you into this underworld, to condense all of these energies around you, like a processing system that you have cultivated in order to keep yourself safeguarded on one end, and on the other end to still stay producing on a high level, on a high frequency, so that no one disrupt the natural order of things by way of your energy. You're not going to be disrupted. Your place of power is not going to be interfered with, because there's something in your DNA that knows you were born here for a reason. And you have the proper support and the proper tools in your toolbox to help you navigate yourself throughout this dimension. Not only that, you can seep yourself into another dimension, into the underworld, if you must, to protect yourself. It's like you know how to maneuver throughout whatever energies that come your way to maintain your power, to maintain your energy. And this is coming from the other world. It's like you know you're supported. You know you're someone of power, and you will not allow the energy of your core frequency to be compromised. You come with a wealth of knowledge, and you're here to protect the wisdom that you carry, because you know it's something of power. You know that it's something of importance because it's in your bones. You would not be born here on this planet at this day and age, in this day and time, and suffered the way you have suffered to give it all away, to just quit and just give up like that because the waves get rocky, because the flames get hot. You're built stronger than that. You have access to a wealth of knowledge in your toolbox, in your DNA, to maneuver yourself, to get into a healing space, to get into a proper space, because you're deeply devoted to the cause. Whether the cause be yourself, whether the cause be your family, whether the cause be your mission, it doesn't matter. There's something in your heart that you know that keeps pumping, that keeps fueling you up to keep going. That's the void. That's the space that you're entered into. And there's this pattern in your system that is clocking any energy that comes your way in attempt to shortchange you, in attempt to create this radical change in your world, to knock you off your seat, to knock you off your throne. You're prepared for it. You're built in a different way, and it's hard to articulate why you move the way you move. It's because of what you're carrying. You're carrying something so profound. It's like this wisdom and this inner knowing within you. Not from the egotistical standpoint, is that you have wisdom in you that is so potent that you must protect. Your energy is something you must protect, because there's something about the condensation of your frequency to this paradigm to usher in this wisdom. And you know that this is a part of your work, and it's attached to your light. And any time there's an attempt to shut down your light before you draw your last breath, this system will kick in. The only way you're going to be kicked out the game is when you die. Period. Very strong message, you guys. Forgive me for the intensity. Thank you all for joining me and contributing your very powerful energy to tonight's healing circle. This fire would not be blazing without your energy in your presence. And with that being said, I'm going to take this time to come down from this blazing fire that you all have set tonight and close out tonight's healing circle. And I will see you all at the next